remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Alright guys, welcome back. I can officially say good morning to you guys. I'm recording at 8:54 in the morning. I messed up the recording, which you're about to see hopefully in a few when it's uploaded for me, but we're going to go ahead and get into this, get some new recordings. Just have to make sure the encoder's working properly. Let's get into this. Alright, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. It was only a second for you guys. Oh, yeah. Maybe we should run to the right place.
Sir, we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened.
Doc?
Right away, sir.
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
If that's how you feel, why not leave?
Because we could do so much more. But no, everyone is obsessed with these damn synths. It's wasted potential. That's what it is. In any case, I suppose I should say, welcome. Perhaps a fresh perspective will do some good around here.
Well, maybe I should just take over the Institute. I know that was an option. Just Sandman killed them all.
Your new quarters are here, ma'am.
Hi.
Your quarters are just inside, ma'am.
Why are you here? You guys are supposed to be guards or something.
When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Okay. You could have just talked to me. We were just over there. They know me. I like my guns. Huh. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Could be a lot better though. Alright. They could have done a lot better. Actually, you know what? They can do a lot better. We'll see you guys here in a second. Yeah, I couldn't find any mods, so we'll go ahead and continue with this.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I'd teach the guy a lesson. Make sure he never does it again.
Using physical force is never my first choice, but there are times when it becomes necessary. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in
They're crazy. thinking machines are alive.
Agreed. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them.
That sounds way too dangerous.
It shouldn't be, but it's important that we act. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the...
Seriously, this is a waste of my time.
Like many things at the Institute, this has ramifications. A Corso will be waiting for you near Bunker Hill.
That's the first time he's called me by my title.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
I'm eagerly awaiting Liberty Prime's completion, Knight. Return to your duties.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismissed, soldier.
There's so many things I get caught on. Let's see, where are we going now? Same place? Speaking of which...
Hey, X4.
I've been waiting for you.
Watch your tone, Synth.
Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed.
No one to pick this.
This is getting good.
What the?
Who's there?
Taking fire!
Yeah, speak with them at the ruins. That means I've been banished. Most likely. Pretty sure he would have been banished.
The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
No, I'd really think that this game would load a lot faster on a SSD. Maybe he doesn't know yet.
You must be terminated.
Time to die!
Capabilities. Fascinating.
Oh, they're not immediately killing him. I'm going to look at that means. This is confusing. Somebody's stickers.
Son?
You know,
In all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once.
And you
Since
judge
the
us?
day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known.
Sean?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, soon I hope you'll understand. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
Wow, so
Would you care to
doesn't even know.
explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Oh. Never mind. That's beautiful, beautiful. Alright guys, well, that's going to be the end of this episode. I will catch you in